Hickok 45 here. Is that a beautiful sight? I hope you think it's a beautiful sight. It might not be to everybody, but we have some really nice muzzleloading rifle muskets here, and many of them very historical. I'm hysterical, they are historical, and we thought it was high time to do our last muzzleloader I would ever give up. Hopefully you've seen the others with AKs and lever guns and Glocks and everything else, okay? The last one I'd give up, which basically tells you my favorite at the time, for more or less, right? Last one I'd give up, and again, it might not be one you would not give up, but it will be the last one I'm going to hang on to, or would hang on to, and I'll give you some rationale for that, okay? We've got 54 caliber, we have 54 and 58 mainly, and then 69 here on this table. And 4 of these are originals going way back into the 19th century. That means the 1800s. And then we have a couple of reproductions, more or less, and a modern one, that sort of thing. So this won't take a long time, because as much as I love all of you, I am not going to fire all these today. Hopefully you have seen all of these fired, okay, and will again. I might fire one of them. What do you think? Maybe the winner? Yeah, probably. Okay. And I want to thank people who help us out before we get into this. The Silencer Central, bunch of wonderful people in South Dakota. They do one thing extremely well, and just a first-class outfit. Bud's Gun Shop and Range, been a supporter for a long time. Great company. The Sonoran Desert Institute, sdi.edu. You can get yourself on the road to becoming a gunsmith, or just learning a whole lot more about firearms technology, the industry. So think about that from a distance. And then Alabama Holster, great little maker of concealment Kydex holsters. Got a couple on me right now. One of them's not concealed, it's my phone holster. So, tough choice in getting my muzzle loaders down to one. I have a mixture of issues here. I have which ones do I enjoy shooting, firing the most, which ones are more practical to fire, maybe, whatever that means. Since I don't hunt with them, it's kind of which one do I just enjoy, shooting. And of course, from a practical standpoint, you would want to factor in, is the ammo available, the balls, the mini balls, whatever it fires, are they easily available, and percussion caps or flint, or whatever you need supplies wise to fire the things, right? And are they durable? Do you like them? And how much do you factor in history, ease of firing, accuracy, quote unquote, all those kinds of things. So let me show you what I've got, and I'll start it here on the end. This is a Muskatoon. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's a Parker Hale, an original Parker Hale. It's not a copy Parker Hale, but now when I say original, I think, when was this made? Back in the 70s, I believe, maybe. But it's a Parker Hale, Birmingham, England, and they have a really good reputation. It's 58 caliber. It's the Muskatoon. It's the shorter version. These were kind of, I don't know what all they were used for, as a shotgun, as a cavalry, artillery, person might carry this. Just smaller gun. No matter what area you're talking about, there's a need for a smaller musket, rifle, whatever it might be, depending on the era, for people who have, they're a truck driver, or they're operating artillery, or they're doing other things. They're involved in transportation of troops or whatever it might be. They still need to be armed, but maybe a really big old long arm is a bit cumbersome, in what they're doing. Then this one is my flintlock I got a couple of years ago up at Friendship from, was it Jeff? Almost forgot his first name. Sluter made this. So it's a modern one, but it's an American long rifle, flintlock, 54 caliber, very nice with all iron furniture, and just a cool rifle. I haven't fired this one enough either. I need to bring it out and fire it some more. It fits me really well, and a piece of Americana. It's not made in the 1700s or anything, but made like those, and in the early days. So flintlock, my only real flintlock that made. Now these are my finalists. I actually have some other muzzle loaders, you know, randomly here and there, but these are the finalists. And then of course the 1855. I just have these in random order, I guess, but 1855 Springfield, and it's a 58 caliber. In fact, this was the really the first general issue 58 caliber. The U.S. military went from 69 caliber on basically all the issue flintlock, cap locks, and in 55 went to 58, okay, for the mini ball that had become so popular and effective. So this is the same chambering and caliber basically that, you know, the 1861 used so prolifically during the American Civil War, and this was used as well. 1855, it was made up until the 1861, I guess, was, you know, made, and they're very similar. You got the Maynard priming system on this, was one of the biggest differences. Got a cool patch box and all that, so that's a nice one, and that's original, but it was professionally redone and cleaned up a little bit. So there we go with that one. I like that one. And then here's my this is my Harper's Ferry 1842 model, and it's a smooth bore. I guess it's the only one out here that's a smooth bore. Okay, and in 1842 that represented kind of the last of the smooth bores, because then we moved back up into in 1855. You know, that's a right. I didn't say that maybe, but that 1855 model was rifled, you know, for the mini ball, of course. And this was a smooth bore, and was used to you know, shoot round ball and also buck and ball. You see me shoot that in videos, I hope. And just real, and still effective and used widely in the American Civil War. It was one of the first percussion using a cap instead of a flintlock that was general issue. Okay, and that's a very nice, one of my favorite. In fact, guess where it's going? Right over here. I'm gonna move it over here into the final finalists. Okay, all these are kind of finalists. This is a final finalist. And then we're up to my 1861, which, you know, I really like, the 58 caliber. Shoots the mini ball. This was one of the most common rifle muskets in the Civil War. Again, 58 caliber, the mini ball. You see me shoot it, I hope. And gosh, this is the one I fired in that short. That thing still, I don't know, it's got 50 million views or something, where all I did was load it here and bang the gong with it. You know, it's just a great rifle musket. And the 1861, this one was made in 1862. Okay, this rifle was made then. It's not the model, it's model 1861. And again, just like the 1842, both of these you assume were used in Civil War and before and after, possibly, for various things. Okay, so now it's got to go over here, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a final finalist. Okay, I keep moving around. Now here's my Mississippi rifle, the 1841. This wasn't issued to like thousands and thousands of troops, I don't think, because it was an early cap lock, just not a general issue. And it's a 54 caliber rifled, so it was an early actual rifle. Okay, and I think it was instrumental in getting us moving towards a real rifle like this. Okay, that you could shoot mini balls in, conicals, and use the rifling so you have more accuracy, and then the cap lock, you know, being percussion and everything. And this one was made in 1850. Whitney. Beautiful rifle. I've always liked it. It's called the Mississippi rifle. Jefferson Davis was, I think, a colonel in the 1840s, and then he led a regiment of soldiers from Mississippi in the Mexican-American War. That was in the late 1840s, and they carried these. They had these, and that's how it got dubbed the Mississippi rifle. Really, I've always liked them, even when I didn't know what they were. Probably still don't, right? But the brass and everything, the patch box, just a really nice rifle, and that thing shoots right on. And this one is still 54 caliber. Later, they rebored them, a lot of them, into 58 caliber, so they could use the 58 caliber mini ball. All right, nice rifle. And I think that one needs to be right there too. So I'm down to 3. I got one left. And this is a Hawken, of course, and that's a Thompson Center 54 caliber. And this is the rifle that got me into muzzle loading right here. It is it. I just love the looks of them. When I went out to the Charlie Hafner Range in south of Franklin, Tennessee, back in 73-4, there were a couple of guys shooting these. I've told that story. And I just, oh, those are beautiful. I love those things. And I found one, bought it, and I lost it in a burglary years ago. But I've replaced it. Thompson Center. Mine was 50. Then I later got a 54 caliber barrel for it, like this one has. And they always have a special place in my heart because it was my first real muzzle loader, period. My first muzzle loader. And I got a lot of enjoyment out of it, okay? But it's not going to be sentimental in a way, especially it would be if it were my first one, the actual gun, but I'm not going to put it in my finals category, okay? So I'm down to 3. I'm down to 3. This one won't take all that long, will it? So of these 3, I've got my my Harper's Ferry smoothbore, got my 1861, and I've got the Mississippi rifle. Now, how do I eliminate one? Yeah, these 3 are kind of different, aren't they? Because this one really uses a round ball. They make some 54 caliber mini balls, but I typically shoot round balls in this one. This is your 58 caliber mini ball, Civil War, standard 58 caliber mini ball shooter. And then this Harper's Ferry, this 1842 model, is a smoothbore. Shoot buck and ball or round ball, make a shotgun out of it, whatever you want to do. It's a smoothbore. It's like a big shotgun if you want it to be. So they're kind of different. I'm going to eliminate the Mississippi rifle. I love that thing. It's probably the most valuable gun on the table. And come down to these 2. These were both used extensively in the Civil War and in these actual rifles, probably, right? Because they were around 1845. This was made. This one was made in 1862. So it comes down to whether my last one would be a smoothbore. I would have the versatility of firing shot in it, a buck and ball, a round ball. I could shoot a mini ball, but it wouldn't be very accurate. No, you wouldn't really shoot mini balls in this. A mini ball is a conical, a mini ball. If you remember that. And this is just a really nice rifle, made a long time ago, and or it's a musket. This one is not really a rifle. Most of these you could say are rifle muskets. I'm going to, what do y'all think? What would you choose? I'm gonna stick with my beloved 1861 Springfield rifle. U.S. Springfield, that was, I'm sure, carried, who knows where, in 1862, 1863, 4, 5, and probably saw battle. It probably did, and so did some of the others. But it's just such a nice rifle. It's a great example of the rifle. It's in good shape, but you can tell from the scratches and the marks on it that it has, seen action. It's been banged around, and it is 58 caliber. That's at least after the first year or so of the Civil War. That was the chambering of the Enfield and the Springfield on both sides. Predominantly 58 caliber mini balls were what were being slung at each other after the first couple of years, I guess, right? I mean, not exactly maybe, but kind of like that. And I don't know, it's just so neat. It's so neat. It's kind of like having in a way, a Garand, M1 Garand or something, where, wow, this is the rifle so many guys carried, or an M1 carbine, and you can't get away from that. And I have to confess something to you. I kind of knew, pretty sure that would be my choice, and I'll show you how I will reveal that to you, because all I need to fire it is a cap. Yes, I thought through this a little bit, and figured I'd end up with this one. So now, lest you be amazed or triggered that this was loaded, yeah, there's a powder and there's a ball in there, but guess what? It's just like if I had a 45-70 round lying on the table, you know, how's it gonna go off? You know, you gotta have fire, okay? And that's what we get with this. So I will fire one, because this is the winner. It's the last one I would give up. All right. Although I'm not giving any of them up. Now, I thought I'd try to hit the gong with it. Now, the problem is I'll miss. But I just have one shot. Let's take a shot at it. I don't remember where to hold, to tell you the truth. I guess right there. And that's another reason this is my choice. In the times I've had it out shooting, and I haven't shot it for a long time, I just remember and recall it being a great shooter, and you know, most of the things I want to hit with it, it pops it at reasonable distances and everything, with 60-65 grains of black powder, and just a nice rifle. And so that is my choice, and I feel very, very fortunate to be the curator of, you know, 4 or 5 of these babies, because they are historical pieces, and I keep them clean, I baby them, and I fire them a little bit, as you all know. So the last muzzleloader I would let go, and I guess this is it. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com. And also, while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.